Imagine a world where one company has dominated cross-channel train travel for over 3 decades, leaving passengers with limited options and potentially higher prices. Could this finally be about to change? That's the exciting possibility we're diving into today as Richard Branson's Virgin Trains edges closer to shaking up the Eurostar monopoly with a crucial win from the UK's rail regulator. But here's where it gets controversial. Is breaking a long-standing monopoly truly good for everyone? Or might it lead to unexpected disruptions for travelers? Stick around, and this is the part most people miss. The behind-the-scenes strategy that could redefine European rail journeys for generations. Richard Branson's rail operator is inching nearer to challenging Eurostar's exclusive control over passenger transport via the Channel Tunnel, thanks to the UK rail regulator's green light for Virgin Trains to utilize a vital depot in East London's Leighton area. The Office of Rail and Road, ORR, gave the thumbs up to Virgin's request to access the Temple Mills Depot, a facility dedicated to the upkeep and storage of trains. This approval is expected to pave the way for a whopping £700 million in investments for fresh services and the creation of around 400 new jobs, breathing new life into the rail sector. To put this into perspective for beginners, think of the Temple Mills Depot as the essential pit stop for trains, much like a service station for cars, where maintenance keeps everything running smoothly. It's uniquely positioned because it's the sole depot reachable from High Speed 1, the high-speed railway connecting London directly to the Channel Tunnel. Without access here, international train services to mainland Europe simply couldn't operate efficiently. This development is a pivotal move for Virgin Trains, aiming to shatter Eurostar's monopoly that's been unbroken since the tunnel's inauguration in 1994. By gaining entry to the depot's light maintenance amenities, Virgin can prepare to launch its own competing international routes. Sure, there are still hurdles ahead, including securing further permissions for track usage and safety protocols, but this step brings Branson's vision of rival services by 2030 tantalizingly closer to reality. Branson himself weighed in enthusiastically, declaring, "The ORR's ruling is spot on for customers. It's high time to dismantle this 30-year-old monopoly and infuse some Virgin flair into the cross-channel journey." Virgin isn't new to revolutionizing transport. We've outmaneuvered established players in aviation, cruising, and railways before, and we're geared up to do it again. We're set to revolutionize the route permanently and offer passengers the choices they've been craving. Interestingly, this approval follows the ORR's recent rejection of a different Virgin proposal just months ago to reclaim operations on the UK's West Coast Main Line, due to worries about service delays and cancellations. It's worth noting that the Virgin Group hasn't run trains in the UK since their West Coast contract wrapped up in December 2019, so this Temple Mills victory feels like a strategic rebound. Martin Jones, the ORR's Deputy Director for Access and International Matters, commented on the decision, saying, "We're championing greater options and rivalry in international rail with this choice, potentially freeing up to £700 million in private investments and fostering economic expansion. Even though new services are still some distance off, we're prepared to collaborate with Virgin Trains as their ambitions take shape." Meanwhile, Eurostar has recently unveiled plans to introduce double-decker trains traversing the Channel Tunnel by 2031, in response to the surging appetite for international rail trips from the UK. In reaction to Virgin's successful bid, Eurostar's spokesperson remarked, "We're examining the ruling and plotting our future actions to sustain our growth. Our main focus remains on providing travelers with the advantages of our recent commitments, including a modernized fleet, employment opportunities, and enhanced depot infrastructure." But here's where it gets really intriguing and potentially divisive. Does introducing competition genuinely benefit passengers through better prices and services, or could it spark chaos with overlapping routes and unreliable timings? And this is the part most people overlook. What if this rivalry ends up benefiting corporations more than everyday commuters, potentially leading to inflated costs or service cutbacks in the long run? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think breaking the Eurostar monopoly is a game-changer for better travel options? Or is it just setting the stage for more headaches? Share your opinions in the comments below, and let's discuss whether innovation in rail is worth the potential risks.